I investigated and ran investigations for 24 years. I was a prosecutor. I know a broad criminal conspiracy when I see one. I mean, Biden's operated like a crime family. Lots of money moving through the international system, shell corporations, non-services, and family members were involved. I mean, this literally was the Biden crime family. So yes, there's a lot to protect here, and I expect to see more pardons.
And that is former FBI Assistant Director Chris Swecker with me on Mornings with Maria on Fox Business, following President Biden issuing a wide-ranging blanket pardon for his son, Hunter Biden, this past week. This pardon that Joe put in place for Hunter exonerates the first son for any and all crimes he committed or may have committed from January 1st, 2014 until December 1st of this year. It includes crimes he may not have even been charged with yet. The 10-year pardon takes effect in 2014, which is the same year Hunter Biden joined the board of Ukrainian energy company Burisma, as well as conducted questionable family business deals with Romania, China, Kazakhstan, and Russia, among others. Activity that the GOP Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer has called many times on this program influence peddling and money laundering. Reports this week the Biden administration is now considering so-called preemptive pardons for Trump enemies, including Senator-elect Adam Schiff, former Congresswoman Liz Cheney, and Dr. Anthony Fauci, to shield these three from facing the possibility of inquiries or indictments from the Trump administration. A preemptive pardon also reportedly for retired General Mark Milley, the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, for making secret phone calls to China during President-elect Trump's first term in office, unbeknownst to the commander-in-chief. Joining me now is New York Post columnist Miranda Devine, who's written all about all of this. She's the author of the best-selling book about the Biden family crimes, The Laptop from Hell. Miranda, thanks very much for being here. First, let's talk about the Hunter Biden pardon and who you believe is next on Joe Biden's pardon list.
Thanks, Maria. Look, I think probably Jim Biden is the priority for Joe Biden because, remember, Jim was involved in a lot of the China grift with Hunter Biden and participated in the money, also signed those checks, or his wife did, to Joe Biden, the $200,000 checks that came, pretty much 10% of the Chinese money that came in a couple of times. And that money was very strangely moved around between bank accounts, taken out in cash, put back into another account, and then a check was signed by basically Joe Biden's sister-in-law. But written on the check was a loan repayment, and the White House maintained that line that it was a loan repayment, and therefore the Republicans in the House that uncovered those checks accepted that that was, we couldn't go any further than that, they said. They couldn't find any evidence to refute the idea that Joe Biden had very generously lent his brother, his ailing brother, some money, and then his brother paid it back when he came into money. Right. But it was interesting that it was 10% for the big guy exactly of the money that that Jim Biden had received. And Jim Biden's been under investigation anyway.
Yeah, and of course we have the email that says 10% for the big guy, an email between them when they were setting up the deal to do a deal with the Chinese company, and they write very specifically 10% for the big guy. I want to take a break, but when we come back, I want to get your take on these pardons and whether or not it's all an effort to shield Joe from these money laundering charges, which James Comer have said many times on this program. I also want to get your take on whether Liz Cheney committed a crime by destroying evidence for January 6th. We'll be right back with more from Miranda Devine. Stay with us. Welcome back. I'm back with New York Post columnist Miranda Devine. Miranda, first, Liz Cheney. The word is that do you believe she destroyed evidence over the January 6th commission? And do you believe that she may have committed a crime? Why are the Biden officials talking about issuing her a pardon?
Well, look, that's right. All the people that are listed as going to get pardons, this sort of diplomatic immunity or democratic immunity for crimes not even charged by Joe Biden, they're obviously guilty of something, because otherwise why would they be wanting pardons? And I think this shows with Liz Cheney, there is a lot of allegations around about her untoward behaviour during the J6 committee that she was vice chair of. And, you know, there's a lawyer, Stephen Pasanto, who is has made a bar complaint in the DC bar against her for communicating with his client, Cassidy Hutchinson, without him when she was on the J6 committee, and asking her to testify.
Wow, this is just incredible. Miranda, we need to have you back real soon to talk more about this. We so appreciate your time this morning. Miranda Devine from New York Post. That'll do.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.